My personal opinion, the Bible is entirely written in code and metaphor. Let's start with Jesus. Jesus was the Son of God, right? And Jesus had 12 disciples. How many signs of the zodiac are there? 12. And by the way, no, we're not talking about constellations or the 13th sign of the zodiac. The zodiac is not depicted by constellations. That is Vedic astrology. We're talking about tropical Western astrology. Astrotheology, to be specific. Ancient civilizations have worshipped the sun and the stars and or constellations for as long as human history that we have recorded. That being said, if the 12 disciples are depictions of the signs of the zodiac, then wouldn't that make the Son of God a depiction of the sun? Literally every ancient civilization has worshipped the sun. Think of the Egyptians and Ra. There's also Apollo, Helios, Su-Ra, just to name a few. Back to the story of Jesus. So when Jesus was born, there was supposedly 3 wise men that traveled across the country to find Jesus in the town of Bethlehem, and they followed a star in the east. And they brought him gifts. This also supposedly happened around December 25th. Supposedly. There's no way Jesus was a Capricorn first. No, totally joking about that. But did you know that around December 25th, or around the time of the winter solstice, which is what most pagan practitioners practiced before the Christians and the Roman Catholics stole the pagan holiday of the winter solstice away from them. But that being said, did you know around the winter solstice or Christmas, the brightest star in the east, which is Sirius A star, is at its brightest? Around the time of the winter solstice, Sirius A star perfectly aligns with the 3 brightest stars in Orion's belt. You know what those 3 stars are? The 3 wise men, aka the 3 kings. And by the time we get to December 25th, all 4 stars perfectly align and point to the sun. In the story of Jesus, the 3 wise men followed the star in the east to find the Son of God. Jesus was also supposedly an immaculate conception, meaning that the Virgin Mary was a virgin. And coincidentally, the sign of Virgo corresponds to the Virgin Mary. The sign of Virgo is also a sign that is associated with the harvest, food, bread especially. The word Bethlehem directly translates to house of bread. And I was half kidding about Jesus not being a Capricorn, but there is significant evidence to prove that Jesus was not born on December 25th. There's been astrologers that have studied this, historians, etc. I can link some stuff down below or over on my YouTube. Jesus was presumably born at the beginning of the age of Pisces. Ancient cultures and civilizations understood the concept of ages, and they knew that the sun would rise every 2,150 years into a new age. Jesus was presumably born at the beginning of the age of Pisces, and it's pretty well known that Jesus is associated with the symbol of the fish. And I really do think Jesus was an actual Pisces as well. Oddly enough, we are at the end of the age of Pisces right now, on the cusp of the age of Aquarius, because ages move in reverse. And the age of Aquarius is the age of enlightenment. Another funny thing about the Bible and the ages is Moses was alive, or supposedly alive, during the age of Aries. And Moses is always depicted to have ram horns and to be blowing ram horns. Age of Aries. In modern day Christianity, the death of Jesus, or Easter, is celebrated in the spring, around the time of the vernal equinox. This is also another pagan holiday that the Roman Catholics stole from the pagans, known as Ostara. Getting a little off track here, but I do think that there is actually significant evidence to suggest that the day that we celebrate the birth of Jesus should actually be the day that we celebrate the death of Jesus. Because around the time of the winter solstice and around the time of Christmas and Yule, the sun does not move north or south in declination. It does still move east to west, of course. It doesn't move north or south in declination for 3 days. We consider this the sun dying, and it is reborn again on Yule, the winter solstice, or Christmas, and the sun, or the Son of God, is reborn. How many days was Jesus supposedly dead before he resurrected? 3. During those 3 days before the sun is reborn and we go into the lighter half of the year, the sun is actually in what we call the Southern Cross, which is a constellation in the south that is in a cross formation. What did Jesus die on? A cross, a crucifix. Jesus is also depicted before his death to have dinner with his 12 disciples, and he also died at the age of 33. In Hindu traditions, and in reference to Kundalini awakening, the Kundalini arises to the 33rd vertebrae. The Bible is pure astrotheology, y'all, and spirituality at that. So I'm going to do a full analysis on this in a few weeks over on my YouTube. Go check me out, The Cosmic Rose. If you guys want to book personal astrology and or tarot readings, you know where to hit me up. Shoot me a message or email, and I will see you on the next one. I love you.